Hi, girls. Welcome back to the Pink Podcast. I have two very special guests today. Okay, I have Daniela and Hazel.
Ah!
And this is like the craziest crossover ever. Like, first of all, it was crazy to see on the show that like you're a girl from Orlando. Because that's what they put, right? Orlando?
They put Longwood, but yeah.
Oh, okay. In my head, I'm like, okay, that's
same
Orlando.
thing, literally.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, like neighbors. Because usually everybody you see on those shows is like, you know, anywhere else but like Florida. So
there
it
were
was
so
like,
many people from like Texas.
yes, it's always like
Yeah.
Texas or sometimes like LA. And then
or
if
like
not,
Miami. If
exactly.
Like if Florida,
it's
like
always
Miami.
like Miami. So I was
Yeah.
like, hey, she's from right here. But this is like the most random crossover ever. So how did we? Let's just tell them how we ended up here.
I was out with my with Natalia actually.
Yeah.
After the Short and Sweet concert, and I was just like thinking, and the next day I like texted Natalia because I was with her, and I was like, hey, like, does your girl that you did the podcast with? Because I saw it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you watched that one?
Yeah. And I saw it and I was like, does your girl live in Orlando? Because I was like, wait, she's so cutesy. I love like the vibes. It's like all girly. And like I was like, okay, wait, like we need to do something together. And I also I love yapping. So I was like, why not yap with girls? So and Natalia was supposed to be here, but she decided to hang with the trick. So
yeah, Natalia, we have our eye on you. She was supposed to be here, so we're gonna have to do a part 2 where all the girls are reunited. I even bought a mic for Natalia. Even when I did like the episode with all the girls,
it was
for
like
Valentine's.
2 mics still.
Yeah, it was still like it was like 5 girls, 1 couch, 1 mic.
But it was cute.
But I was like, you know what? Like, okay, time to elevate. Like Natalia's coming. Last night I was up all night trying to figure out how to like set it up on here because you know I'm not an engineer or nothing. I'm like like Googling ChatGPT, like how do I add another mic? And then Natalia ends up waking up like, oh, sorry girls, like I think I can't make it. We're like, Natalia, we're gonna bring her over here.
Yeah, it's okay. Next time.
It's okay.
That just means we're gonna have a part 2.
Yeah, exactly. I have to tell people where you're from. 99% of people know who Daniela is. Hello, of course. But my mom's watching, for example, and she doesn't know what's going on. Okay. So Daniela. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mommy. Okay. Daniela was on Love Island. I'm sure 100% of you girls have watched Love Island. But for example, Mom, Love Island is just like a show where people go and you kind of like meet strangers and you date and you see if you fall in love. And if not, you go home. And it's the show of the century. Like everybody loves Love Island. All the girls are watching it. I watch it, and Daniela was on like the newest season, which was also like the biggest season. Isn't that so crazy?
Insane.
Out of nowhere, because nobody really liked. Because okay, there's like Love Island, like UK and US and whatever, but Love Island UK was like
the big,
the real one to say. And then the US was like, the spinoff. Like nobody cares about the US. But then this season of the US one was like the biggest thing ever.
Yeah,
and you were in it.
I know.
And that's freaking crazy. Okay, let's just like jump into it because the girls want to know. Okay, we all want to know a bunch of stuff. How is it like going into there and like, okay, you go from like regular life to now being on TV. Like, how weird is that jump?
It was, to say the least, it was crazy. So for me, the whole story of me even like getting on the show was insane. Like, it was about to be my birthday. My best friend roommate, her boyfriend passed away. And and he was like our best friend. He literally would cook for us like every morning, this and that. He passed away. Our whole lives kind of like stopped, you know? But we, like, everyone was at my house, everyone was grieving, and I'm looking through my DMs, like my request, and I see one from like a week ago or something. And it was from like one of the people that like looks to cast. Yeah. And they were trying to get me on Love Island. And I was like, this looks a little bit scammy or not. And my whole family was there and they were like, you should do it. Then because everything was happening, I didn't end up having any birthday plans. Yeah. We ended up going to like Puerto Rico like last minute, but didn't have anything planned other than that. And I was like going to the doctors and they were like, hey, we need doctor's notes from you or whatever. Like, it would be like, everything was just kind of like perfect timing and everything just felt very much meant to be. And then my birthday week happened. I was like hungover as fuck. Like, yeah. And I get a call like 8 a.m. I'm like, hello. like, what is this? And they're like, hi, yeah, can you come to Fiji tomorrow? And I'm like, huh? Okay. Tomorrow? Okay. So I pulled up to back to my house at Airbnb, like 40 minutes away in Kissimmee.
Yeah.
And pulled up to my house, figured out like hair, nails, everything that I need to do in the next 24 hours before I had to leave. Figure out like what to pack. Packed like, I think I packed 2 bags.
Yeah.
2 suitcases, which I don't know how, but packed 2 suitcases and then went to Fiji.
That's crazy. Because I was even gonna ask you like, what made you want to go on the show, but that's crazy that's like the story.
Yeah.
Of like how you ended up going.
Yeah.
What's like the awkward stuff that no one sees? Because obviously you guys are shooting all day and it's not like we're watching all of it. You know, like there's people farting, like there's stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? So what's like the most awkward stuff that they don't show that's like, damn, like I wish they showed that. You know what I mean?
Well, think about it. They're recording 24/7. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on that you never see.
Yeah.
Like so much. Because think about it. They're making our episode of 24 hours of filming. So obviously most of it doesn't get in. Plus at the same time, they're posting things like 2 days after it's being recorded. So they're pretty quick with it. So a lot of stuff they might even miss. You know what I mean? That might be good. A lot of stuff happens. Like even there's so many stupid, awkward moments. So many. And so many we talk about with the girls. About just like the guys. But what's an awkward moment for me? I have a lot of awkward moments. I can't even lie.
She's like, where do I begin?
Yeah. So, I mean, there was like, I've literally... So in the mornings, we like take our vitamins and stuff or like whatever you need. Like if you take your they ask you what kind of vitamins you want. And like I would take like a probiotic and like a multivitamin every morning. But we would do that like first thing in the morning, like right when we get up. And I didn't have anything in my stomach. So I would like throw up sometimes.
Oh.
Or like almost like I would feel really nauseous if I didn't eat anything. So I would go to the kitchen real quick and grab an apple. Which also, weirdly enough, it made me crave apples in the morning when I left. Like, I would, like, wake up and I'd be like, I need an apple.
Not the habit.
Yeah, literally. It's, like, a mental, like, I really like, everything that goes into psychology and, like, anything, like, mental. So I thought that was really weird, but cool. Anyways.
That is crazy.
Grab an apple. I would eat it. There was one time I was in the kitchen and I was, like, trying to cook, like, one of the boys, like, some breakfast. And... before they couldn't cook it, because for us, we have to do our makeup. Yeah. So they would always have to do our breakfast for us. Yeah. Even if we wanted to. Like, they would usually tell us, like, we wouldn't have enough time. So they would have to cook it for us. But I was trying to do it early. So I, like, took my medicine, ate my apple, was cooking in the kitchen. And I don't know if it was the smell or because of the vitamins or whatever. I threw up all in the kitchen. And it looked like applesauce. And then this man came into the kitchen. Looked at me like, are you okay?
Oh my God.
And then like picked it up off the floor with the vitamin literally still in there. Like
no, gross.
So that was definitely like an awkward one. I mean, there's sometimes like I like was water falling, like somebody like one of the other guys' cups, and I like stuck my tongue out, and he was like, why'd you stick your tongue out? And like, you know, like how you do, like you like go like whatever, and it made me laugh so hard I spit all my water all over him. This was after like the game challenge or whatever. Or whatever it was.
One of the games,
It was the like Olympics.
Okay. Yeah.
The Olympics one. And I just spit all over him.
Oh my God.
All over him. It was honestly so funny. He thought it was hilarious too, but
if they made like a Patreon of like funny moments like that, they would make so much money. I'm surprised they don't do that. They used
to do it in After Sun, like last year's they would do like After Sun, and they would put clips of like funny moments.
Yeah.
Like there was like one time I was making all the boys do yoga, and like they were all trying to like do stretches and like do I was trying to teach them all how to like do the splits and stuff. They were dying. And it was so funny, and I'm so mad they never put that in.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. They should do like a little Patreon thing, because they did do like the After Sun thing. But I'm saying like, imagine they didn't, and then they made like the real fans pay for it. I want to pay for it, but I'm saying that's a quick. You would pay for it? You're like, because I was in it and I want to see. No, but I'm serious. I feel like that was such an easy coin for them.
They should give us free Peacock though. Like I still.
They don't give you like nothing free.
No, I wish they gave you a free Peacock.
At least
give me a free account.
A little 12 months.
A little right.
A little 6 months.
Something.
A little Amazon student, like, free trial, please.
Those are so nice.
Oh my God.
Anyways.
Okay. So if you do take vitamins, they make you take them all in the morning?
Yeah. Like you would do like your...
Or like you could take them when you need them.
No. Well, I mean, I don't know. Because some people like, you know, like they have like ADHD and stuff like that. And obviously people like have their prescriptions. But I don't know. Because I was talking to like Marco and Hannah from last year because they were actually like one of the first people I got to talk like in the outside world because they were in Fiji too, and we were all at the pool together. And they told me like Marco had like doctor prescribed time he had to go to bed, so like he would get like told like to go to bed earlier because he was like, I'm not staying up, because we would low-key get sleep deprived in there.
Really?
Yeah. So
what time?
We would only sleep like 4 hours.
No, you're lying.
Yeah, and we noticed that because afterwards we would not be able to sleep more than 4 hours when we were outside of the villa. We were like,
all of you.
Yeah.
No way.
So, but I don't know how the medicine stuff would work, honestly. I just took my vitamins in the morning and I was like, okay. Honestly, loved it though. Thank you, Love Island, because I actually did take my medicine. Like I keep saying medicine, but my vitamins in the morning, and I never do at home. So,
I tell you, I skip mine all the time. Are you like a healthy girl?
Yes, but no.
Okay.
I'm like the good in between. You know, like the little TikToks would be like this, like the lifestyle I want, and it's like the cute little like girl sound, and then it like interrupts to like the club sound.
Yeah,
that's really me.
Oh, okay. But you are taking vitamins, so that's already pretty good. Do you go to the gym?
Yeah, I haven't been at all lately though. I can't lie. Yeah, I feel like I haven't gotten situated to like this new version of my life yet. I feel like I've barely been home.
Like in a good way, or like also you're exhausted?
In a good way, because I'm like having fun, but in a like exhausted way for sure. Also, like this whole month of October, I've been trying my best to like stay in Orlando just because I've been moving. So I'm like, I need to move before I do anything else. But now that I'm a little bit, not really, but like at least we got the place and most of the things organized, I feel like I can start moving around more a little bit. So I'm excited to see what it's next.
Yeah, I feel like most girls our age want to be an influencer girly because obviously it's like seems easy and fun, and like you get free stuff and you go do a bunch of stuff. Is that kind of what you wanted to do before it happened, or just kind of like, yeah, I want to do it, but like if it doesn't happen, like I'm good?
That's so hard. Well, for me, I've always loved photography, and like I had photography and TV productions like all throughout high school, and like it was like very much a passion of mine, but kind of dimmed down like the older I got for sure. And also I feel like a part of me just didn't really believe I was good enough to do anything. You know what I mean? Also, that comes from like, we talked about this, but so like just being like a foster kid and everything, you feel a little bit like baggage. Yeah. No matter what you do, and like not good enough for anybody or like anything. So I feel like I definitely didn't think I would like ever be in the situation I am now, which makes me very grateful. It makes me like let people know and like tell myself like reach for the fucking stars. Like you really don't know what you're capable of unless you try. But I'm having so much fun with it because I'm chronically online.
Really?
Before this, yes. I love that you like took like what 2 months off. Or whatever,
and so online. I feel like a grandma. I'm like,
I can't.
Is there anything happening that I was telling you guys in the group chat, like if we're gonna, you guys need to tell me because I'm lost. I literally downloaded Instagram right after I saw Natalia that night. Yeah. Just to post like those pictures. Like, you know what? Like I'm gonna just download it and post. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to get hooked again. And so I deleted the app. So literally every day, like I'll download it just to check, and then I'll delete it. And so it's so weird now, but I felt like I was just wasting so much time on my phone.
I waste too much time on my phone, so I feel you.
You think so?
I know so. I waste too much time. I don't even want to see how many hours I'm on TikTok or Instagram.
You never check like your screen time?
You want me to check right now?
I had Natalia check, so this is like so on brand for like both of you. Yeah, please. Let's show the people.
This is scary.
It is scary because it is kind of like, damn. It's like admitting it to yourself, like what you really do with your time.
Yeah. But like now it's like kind of part of my job, literally.
Yeah, now you have a good excuse for sure.
Yeah. But I love it so much, and I love like talking to a bunch of people online. Like it's so much fun.
Oh, that's sweet. At least you like it, because I'm sure some people like get into the position and then they don't really like necessarily love the job. They just kind of like the perks. Yeah. But at least you kind of like it.
Yeah. My daily average is 10 hours.
Okay, what's like how much time do you spend on TikTok and then Instagram?
Or is that week? Day average? Well, today I've been on my phone 6 hours.
Okay. Does it show you the app? Like, you know how you can see like the TikTok and the Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
CapCut, because I'm editing.
Okay.
An hour and, well, this was today. CapCut, an hour and 44 minutes.
That's Instagram, a slay. That's hardworking girl right there.
Yeah, let's do week because to be more balanced. TikTok.
Ooh.
10 hours. Instagram, 8 hours.
Oh.
Messages, 3 hours. CapCut, 3 hours. Camera, hour and 50.
And that's for this week Snapchat. So far, which is only like 3 days.
Yeah, this is from Sunday to today. So Sunday, Monday, yesterday, and today.
Oh my God. Yeah. You know what? But you do have the excuse that it is your job. And I love that for you. Because most people spend, like, you should have seen Natalia's, like, well, do you remember, like, when we got to the part, you don't remember at this point. It was, like, atrocious. Like, everyone's, like, atrocious. That's the truth. And her job, official job, isn't on there. So, like, she doesn't have the good excuse. Like, you get a pass.
But it was still this bad before.
Like, yeah, no, I believe that. But I'm saying now, at least now you kind of get, like, a social pass where it's like, okay, like, I'm not working, though. Yeah. Like, are you?
It's so crazy that, like, I can't even, like, say that that's, like, a job.
It is crazy. So cool, it's hard to, like, explain to, like, parents. Because, wait, you told me you're, like, Puerto Rican. Were you born there? Or?
Yeah, I lived in Puerto Rico 10 years. I, like, moved around, like, 10. But I moved back and forth a little bit after that.
Yeah.
And then I lived here for, like, around 10. So, I'm, like, half and half.
I moved when I was almost 9 from Cuba. But I never, like, went and lived back. So I've just been living here since.
I went there every summer.
Really?
That, yeah. And if not, like, I, like, lived for, like, a year there and then came back. Like,
I love that. Oh, my God. So then you get it. You have, like, Spanish or Hispanic parents, which they don't really understand sometimes, like, the social media as much. Or maybe I don't know if it's more like Cuban parents because they don't have any type of social media. But how is it like, you know, because for me, when I have to tell my parents, like, hey, I'm starting, like, a swimwear brand and everybody's booty's out, including mine, or the podcast, like, any other stuff, they're like, what does that even mean? Like, why don't you just go to college? Like, this isn't gonna work. Like, why are you online being a HOE? You know, so, like, where you're, like, well, I know you say you're, like, a foster kid, but, like, was anybody in your family kind of like, what are you doing on TV being a slut? Like, what are you doing? Because, you know, to them, anything is being a slut. You post a bikini pic and they're like, you're a slut.
So for me, it's a little different for sure because my mom passed away and then my dad's not in my life at all.
Okay.
Like, at all.
Yeah.
And which sucks, obviously.
Yeah.
And I got fostered by my best friend's family. Aww. And Latina mom, like, didn't have much to give at all. Like, we were, like, me and my, like, sisters, my two foster sisters, shared it, like, a full-size bed, and our feet would be, like, sticking out, and we would, like, tuck it in. Aww. Like, to be able to, like, have our, like, feet warm. But my mom was my foster mom was a very hard-working, she is a very hard-working mom, and she loved me like her own daughter, more than I could ever ask for. But at the same time, she was very much more of a friend than a mom, in the way of she would talk to you like a friend. You could tell her anything and she wouldn't judge you. And I was very grateful for that at the same time, to be able to have that, because it was very hard to have that, I feel like, when I was younger. But at the same time, she always, since she met me, she would always try and put me, like, in, like, Belleza Latina. Like, I don't know if you know.
Oh, yes. Of
like,
course. I watch that stuff.
Yes, and, like Miss Puerto Rico and, like, all that stuff. Like, she always wanted me in music videos or something. So, like, when she knew that was happening, she was so excited.
Yeah.
She didn't know what it was, though, obviously, at the same time. But she saw some of it, and she was just so excited. She was just like, I did a whole video with her on my TikTok speaking Spanish, because she only speaks Spanish. And she's like, I didn't like any of those boys for you, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And she's just so cute. But she just, at the end of the day, she just wants what's best for me, and she's very proud of me.
Yeah.
And when I got out, like, one of the first things I heard, which I also made a video about on my Instagram, is like, she sent me a voice memo just saying how proud she is of me and how, like, she, like, keep reaching for the stars. Like, you were meant for
That's the
much.
best.
Yeah. So she was very, very supportive, which I'm very grateful for.
Yeah.
My family in Puerto Rico, like, when I talk to them, also, like, supportive, like, happy for me. They're a lot more like how your mom is, for sure.
Like, what do you mean you're doing this?
But, like, at the same time, they're in the same way of before, like, I would take pictures in my swimsuit or whatever.
Yeah, they already know. Like, it's in your character, like it, but here she is doing that stuff again.
Yeah. So, like, honestly, they were happy for me. Also, like, I don't know if you know, like, I ended up in the newspaper in Puerto Rico. Like,
oh no, I didn't see.
Yeah, like, first page. Because I'm the first Puerto Riqueña ever to be on Love Island.
That's crazy.
And on a huge, and the biggest show ever too on the year is, like, insane.
That is really freaking crazy.
Yeah, so it made me cool. Good. Yeah, they were like, you're making your mom very proud in all of us. So I was like very happy about that too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That is literally like the best feeling ever when like everybody's proud of you. And like a show like that is so scary too because obviously like any reality TV show that people go on, like you don't have phone or anything, so you don't really know how like people are perceiving you.
When I left, I was literally like, I was being so hard on myself. Extremely hard on myself, being like not in the way ever I regret it, because I try to live my life like not having regrets. Like, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
But in the way of, like, just disappointed in myself, I want to say, also. In, like, damn, I could have done better. Or, like, I embarrassed myself on national television. That's genuinely how I felt so badly. And coming out and just having so much support and love from, like, my family and my friends, it made me, like, feel 10 times better.
Yeah.
So, and now I feel very grateful and blessed to have been able to have the opportunity ever.
Yeah.
So,
are you like in the vibe now that you're like, oh, I'll definitely do it again, or like some sort of like reality TV show? Period.
Yes, for sure. I feel now more than like before, specifically. Like, I feel like I've grown a lot since being on the show. But I mean, we grow every single day. Like, I'm learning to be a better human in person every single day. But I feel a lot more prepared for it now if I ever did it, in the way of now I can feel like I can say no to certain things. Now I feel like I can not let myself be such a pushover in certain situations, because my whole life I've been very much a pushover, to say the least. And I feel like now I can be like, no, I don't want to do this. Yeah. No, I don't want to be in this situation. Yeah. Versus before, I definitely just I've always been very much a people pleaser, so.
Yeah, and it's like, obviously they put you in a certain environment. I mean, I've never done it, but like you can just imagine like the producers and the cameras and the pressure. Like, even sometimes just setting up these 2 cameras, I start to feel like not myself or shy or whatever. So I can't imagine. First of all, you're surrounded by strangers, and then other strangers that are working, and then everybody's telling you what to do and what not to do, and you know you're gonna be on TV, and it's like all these things. I can't imagine. Like, when I sit here and I say hi, welcome back to a podcast 100 times, and I hate it, I'm like, let me do that again. You know, like, I have the option of like, okay, you sounded like an idiot, let's scratch that. Mm-hmm. If you're like doing anything on that show and you're like, oop, that was embarrassing, as like we do all the freaking time, it's not like you could just like tell them like, cut that, like take it out. You're not like Kim Kardashian, who's like now producing, like, you know, now she co-produces the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they like, I think the whole family, they like,
I love that for them though,
because it's the same thing. Like, they want that leverage of being like, take that out, which is gorge, because then you're not like being embarrassed. It's Gorgina, we love it. But you know, for somebody like that, like, I can't imagine not knowing what's happening. Like, you don't know if people, and you came in, okay, for the people that don't know Love Island, the 1%, my mom, like on the show you could come in as like an original girl. So you basically come in as like everybody, like, okay, this group of guys and this group of girls, and you guys are all mingling and getting to know each other. Or you could come in like they slow feed new people in, like strangers, like, oh, here's another new hot girl. Or at some point in the show where like everybody already kind of has like a significant other, they make like those people split where they live. Like, all the boys go here and all the girls go there. And then they're like getting surrounded by a bunch of new girls or a bunch of new guys. So it kind of like baits them to like cheat or like swap who they're dating, or just basically like, and that is kind of the emphasis of the whole show.
Yeah, like test if relationships are true or not.
Yeah.
But
you came in as like it's called Casa Amor, where you swap houses. You came in as a Casa Amor girl, which you had no control over. It's not like they tell you what you're going to be. They just tell you you're going to be on the show. And then they get to decide how they put you on the show. So I can't imagine, like you already know people usually kind of hate the Casa Amor people.
See, like for last year, like I watched the show like before going in for the last season. It didn't seem like that. So I was kind of like, I didn't know. Also, I knew that like the boys from this season, what they told us is like they got to pick if they wanted to come or not.
Yes. So, which was crazy.
Yeah. And none of them stayed.
None of them stayed.
But I was like, okay, sure. Yeah. And I was just, at the end of the day, I was just trusting the Love Island gods, you might say. But like, I was just trying to trust the process and kind of like go with the flow of they have a process. They obviously know what they're doing. I'm going to trust them. Yeah. And that's kind of what I did. I mean, I was the last person to get casted. I was only in the hotel for like less than a week before I got put in. So I was like doing stuff back to back before I got in on the actual show, or like inside the Casa Amor house. And I was terrified going in. I was like shaking the whole time, shivering. Like my actual teeth were shivering because I'm a very nervous person. I don't really date that much either.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's get into that. You can finish what you're saying, but let's get into dating after this because the girls need to know.
Yeah. I literally was like holding, like the girls were like, one of the girls was like holding my hand the whole time when I was going in there. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
That's sweet though. Like at least to have like other girls to kind of like support you.
No, it was honestly a blessing in disguise. I think like being a Casa Amor girl, because I can't imagine how I could have been comfortable going into a house with a bunch of girls and like guys that all know each other very well, and then just coming in.
And then you're the only one. Like that is so terrifying.
So it felt, honestly, it was really good for me, at least, because I am a nervous wreck. That I had a lot of like girls, and I made really close relationships with a lot of them. So I'm very grateful for that, because we went through that experience together, and we started together, we ended together. Specifically, I feel like Sierra, we like started together, ended together. Yeah. So I was very grateful for that, honestly, because it made me a lot more comfortable going into the actual villa. Yeah. But all the girls were honestly nice, like extremely nice.
That's good. At
first, it was definitely hard, but understandably so.
Right, you're in there like kind of like taking their man a little bit.
And I realized, even like when we first came in, like Rob apologized to me because like we were both kind of like naive of how things would be when we first got there, but like slowly like knowing the relationships and like learning and realizing like, whoa, like wait, these are like actual real strong relationships and like real people. Like you're like, holy fuck, like I can't imagine being in their situation. So, but yeah, no, extremely blessed the way that I came in. It was obviously not easy. Yeah, a lot of it wasn't, but it made me grow a lot and learn a lot about myself. So I'm very grateful for it overall.
That's good. Yeah. I found out that you're like 22, right? Unless that thing was lying. Okay, you're 22. Yeah. You're a baby and you just turned 22 in the summer.
I know. I turned 22 in June.
Right.
And
so you're Gemini.
Yeah. And wait, what are you?
I'm a Leo.
Oh, I love Leo.
Really?
Yes. Okay, wait. I was literally having a conversation about this on that, but we'll get on that later. Anyways, because I'm not really that big into zodiac signs, but I've been like getting into it lately. Okay. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. But we'll catch you up.
Yeah, I literally just turned 22 a week before flying to Fiji.
Which is crazy.
So I was the youngest one there, and I felt like it, honestly. Going in there or being there, I felt like definitely the youngest in mentality wise and where I was at mindset wise. Also, just having so many different people and perspectives and just a lot of different mentalities. You learn so much from every single person in there. And I learned so much, not only about myself, but also about the way that I should carry myself and treat myself. Yeah. But yeah, anyways.
No, I mean, 22 is such a baby age. Like, honestly, even from watching you on the show and just, I don't know, I just assumed you were like older, not because of how you look, but just like the way you act. Like, I honestly thought you were like, you just seem so like chill and like well composed. I feel like if I would have went in there at 22, I would have been like a wreck. Like, I would have just been so emotional and all over the place. Like, you were just chill. Like, obviously stuff was happening that's like so not chill, and you were just kind of like, oh, Okay.
I was just, you know, if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. I keep saying that, but that's literally like what I live by. And if not, I would be insane.
Yeah.
And if it's, you know, whatever relationship was meant to be in there, it was going to happen. If they didn't want to be with me or like whatever it wasn't meant to happen.
Yeah.
And at the end, it was obviously hard. And it also like piggybacked into like my trauma and my mentality that I try to get so like I try really hard to stay away from of not being good enough.
Yeah.
And it really was like, damn, am I just like not good enough for anybody? And it just sucked. But I think overall I tried my best and that's all I could do, honestly.
You seem chill. So. You were like Gorgina, chill, like just laid back. It wasn't giving drama. It was, and you were like in the most like dramatic scenarios, like in the sense of like, hello, the show, like everything's happening. You were just so like chill, laid back, cutesy, like minding your own business. So I think that's why everybody probably like loved you so much. You know what I'm saying? But are you like a relationship girl? Because you're 22, so you're a relationship girly.
Okay, so. And I believe, you know, it's so crazy.
No, because
I've had this conversation. I had this conversation in the villa so many times and like stuff about that. There's so many conversations, honestly, that I could talk about. But one specific I had with Rob, I was like, I honestly, like, I'm a scaredy cat. And I was like, what did I say? I was like, or even if I like a guy, I don't really ever talk to them. I'm like too scared to.
Really?
Like I'm too nervous to. He's like, yeah, I can see that. I'm like, damn. But like it's true. Like it's very hard for me to put myself out there in relationship wise, especially just because like the one and only relationship I did have was very toxic and just hard. It kind of traumatized me.
When was that relationship? Like from when to when?
It was in high school. It was during high school and like
that's the only relationship you've been in?
Yeah, it was 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 4 years and or somewhere around there, and we knew each other for like 2-3 years maybe before that. And honestly, now we're very great friends. Like I've honestly every guy I've ever talked to, pretty much I'm still like in decent terms with. Like I try never to be on bad terms with anybody, but me and him are really good friends now. Okay. But during the relationship, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
But it's also like that age where like nobody knows what they're doing. And then it's like you do something dramatic and then it just kind of becomes part of like the relationship. Now you just go there every time.
Yeah. No, he was a serial cheater. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's another layer. I thought we were talking about like arguments and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, but at the same time, like I can't even lie. I did everything for that man. And that goes up again to like the people pleasing. Like I was his Uber. Like I drove him around everywhere. I was like his mom. I was everything to that man. That's
the classic bad combo.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no.
But I just wanted the best for him at the end of the day because I did love him so much. So I just wanted to see him succeed. And I still do, like genuinely. And it was just hard because he would like keep doing stuff that was just not okay. We were living together to a certain point, and I was going to college in Gainesville because I was going to school to be a veterinarian. And thank God it honestly happened because like I said, everything happens for a reason. But he left his old phone, and I saw him like on Tinder.
Oops.
Messaging some girl. Phone. Yeah, it was my old phone too. Like I just gave it to him because his phone broke, so his iCloud was still in it, and he knew I had his old. Like it's just stupid. He was just being stupid. Like he didn't care, and like I literally saw him messaging some girl, being like, like planning to meet up with her to fuck her.
No.
And like I called the girl, love her still to this day, girl. But like she like texted him, it's like, yo, so like you're trying to fuck 100%. Like, yes, 100%. Just like I wanted it like in words that he was or whatever. But yeah. And then I like broke up with him, left. And went to school, but after that we like had, I can't even lie, like a couple times where like, we talked again, and
shame on you.
I know,
you idiot.
It's just like
we honestly need to shame her in the comments, tell her not.
But it was trauma bonding. It was very much trauma bonding that I had a lot of trauma with him.
Yeah,
because he saw me go through so much with like my family and like my dad specifically and everything. And he was there for me to a certain degree. And he's a good guy, I think, overall, just like not in a relationship. Huh?
What's his
He's a Leo. I told you all. I love Leos.
No, but like Leo men are not.
That's all updated.
Acceptable. You're You need help.
I know.
You need to go home and pray about that. Not the Leo men, please.
But oh my God. You know, like those guy friends that you have that like you would never put on with your girlfriends, but you love. Like I love you. You're a great person, but I would never let anybody I know like in a relationship. That's him. You know?
Got it. Yeah.
So like now we have a very platonic friendship.
I've never been friends with an ex. Never ever.
I've been friends with that's my only ex, but I've had so full transparency, I've only talked to 4 guys ever, and I genuinely feel like each one like ended on decent terms at least.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I feel like I'm very mature when it comes to that. Like things were meant to happen, whatever.
What a slay. I'm the opposite. I think I'm just too dramatic. Like, and to me, it's like, I won't, like, I don't know. I just don't think I've never, like, done it maturely. I've never broken up with someone maturely. I feel like I've always, like, been bad at breaking up with people. Don't get me wrong.
I've gotten done very dirty. But that's my whole life story, honestly. But I think my biggest thing is, and it's also because of my mom, my biological, I can't even say, my mom. She was a psychologist, and she helped so many people. That was like her thing. She was very Catholic, very religious. She loved helping people and putting people like over herself.
Yeah.
And one thing that always stuck with me since I was young was kill people with kindness, and that she taught me, and I've done that my whole life. And the other thing is just give people like the grace and forgiveness that you would want for yourself.
Yeah.
And I've just stuck to that my whole life. So it's like, I forgive you. Like, you're good.
Yeah.
Because it's never good to hold any grudges, I think, also. But at the same time, if I would want the same grace back, so I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I've never, like, had beef. Well, wait.
Like, actually.
Wait, sorry. Not commonly. You know what I mean? Well, I don't even know. The point is, we have different stories. Okay. I don't know. I just don't know how to be friends with the next. And also,
don't get me wrong, at first it was rocky with like my first ex, like messy. But
and I also think maybe it's because you haven't had like a super serious relationship after. Because I feel like a lot of men would be like, ew, don't be friends with your ex. Which I would understand. I wouldn't want them to be
I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not like close.
No, I get what you're saying, but
we have like the same friend group once in a while, so like we'll hang out and it's fine.
Oh, that's so weird.
It's like
you're so much better than the rest of us. I'm like, ew, I would literally die. I would walk out of that room if I saw any of them.
He lived with my sisters for a while. Like,
oh my God.
Like
the bond.
Yeah. So it's just like, I think like in our family or like friend groups, like we just try to help each other out no matter what.
Yeah.
And we've like lost multiple friends that passed. So like sad. I think it made us just all very close to the point like it's not maybe I guess healthy, but at the same time maybe it is. I don't know. But we're just all there for each other. And I'm very grateful for that.
That's good though. It is like not everybody's living the same like so obviously if there's like a different circumstances making like you guys closer, then I guess that makes more sense. And just like a random ex, it's like, ew, bye. Can't stand you. Love you, bye.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely like relationship girl through and through. Like even since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be in a I'm always like, I'm a relationship girl. Do you feel like it's harder to like date now or before?
It was hard to date before. I'm not gonna lie, Orlando sucks with men.
Yeah.
Or at least like, I don't know. I don't really go out and like look for it, which is so, that's like the craziest thing. I feel like being on the show because it was so different, like having to actually talk to boys.
Yeah, they literally put you in here, talk to all of them. Yeah, it's so weird.
Hi. I feel like now I have a lot more options to say the least. Like my DMs are very flooded.
I bet.
But I've never been the type of girl that like goes and answers DMs.
Yeah.
Or like it just doesn't make sense to me to talk to somebody that I don't know. I don't know. Is that weird?
No, I get that. And, like, I think the whole DM thing is weird.
Yeah, and it'll be like guys that like I know, or like your friends with like my friends or whatever. Like some of the guys like on the show like try to put me on with their friends or whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it's just like hard because I'm just a horrible texter at the same time, and if I don't know you, like I want to like hang out with you before I like actually like get there, or like know more about you than I'm just like texting you. I don't know. It's I suck at dating. I think I'm gonna end up alone that's weird with a billion dogs and cats, and
that's not that bad.
It's not that.
It's really not the worst.
Like a dream. But and like I'm just gonna foster some kids and like raise them as my own. Like please. But no, I'm very much a lover girl. I love and thrive, and I love seeing everybody that is in a relationship out of the show.
Yeah.
I am their biggest fan.
Aww.
I love seeing it so much. I follow all their fan accounts. I follow everything. Like I love seeing it, and I love so much. I genuinely do. But I think it's just hard for me until like I just find the right one.
Yeah. I mean, you're really like a baby. Like chill.
At the same time, though, I do it to myself because there's times that like guys that I do think are cute and I kind of like, and like we have the same like type of vibes, and they're fine. Ooh. And then like we'll be texting or whatever, and then like I just won't entertain it because like I don't, whatever, and I'm like waiting to like maybe see them in person, and then I like see them in person, and like I'm like excited to see them, and then I see them with like another girl or something. I'm like. Like, damn, I missed my shot.
That is weird, though. Like, I don't know. I feel like people nowadays just, like, date so weird. And it's, like, so, like,
but I mean, I wasn't answering him, so, like, whatever.
Yeah.
We were just in LA. I pull up because, like, his friends all invite me out. I was, like, excited to, like, see him. Be like, maybe, like, this is our shot to, like, like, finally be something. And then I see him walking out, like, holding hands with another girl. And I know the girl, too. And I'm like...
Oh, that's the worst.
I was like, oh, okay, I missed my shot. It's okay. Oh, but anyways.
This is a lesson. It's a lesson to, like, act on it.
I guess. I mean, yeah, that was just, like, I don't know. They're not anything, but still, now that I also, like, know, somebody, I don't know.
Yeah, that does change the dynamic for sure.
So,
really good. When you said that you were going to come on the show, you asked the girls... And whoever, all the fans, you ask the fans, what do they want to know? Obviously, they sent us so many.
The girls and the gays. The girls and the girls and the gays and the gents.
And they sent us so many things. First of all, I was trying to read through all of them. I'm like, this is a lot of stuff. I'm like, how do people go through these questions? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love reading comments. I love reading messages.
I love that for you.
I answer. But a lot of people.
Oh, that's so good. I feel like I would just be like, it's hard for me to even answer my friends. Like I have a procrastinating problem. So I feel like I would.
But when I'm like reading, I like love answering people.
That's sweet. Maybe it's different when it's like a stranger. You feel like you owe them like a little bit of love. Like, oh, let me like show you that I love you back.
Yeah.
But a lot of them wanted to know like the Gorgina routine. They were like, what have you gotten done? What haven't you gotten done? Like, how are you so gorgeans? They want to know the tea. They wanted to know. So let's get into it because I feel like, and like nowadays, like all of us girls, we do a lot of like fun enhancing stuff. So it's just more normal than ever. But regardless, like everybody always wants to know, it's like, what did you do? What didn't you do? Blah, blah, blah.
So body, real everything. I've never gotten everything done body wise. Trust me, I would.
No, what?
But in
all the comments are basically asking if you got a BBL, so you already have one.
Like more of like I don't know, like that's just insecurities. I think every girl has this. Bless you, my heart. Like obviously, like who wouldn't want? I don't know, but the insecurities of like wanting to get like a boob job or something. Obviously, especially like after being on the show, I was like, holy fuck, like maybe I do want fake tits, but like
your tits look fake now.
Thanks, but still, like like a bra. So I'm not having to wear a bra something. Anyways, but I've gotten filler done in Botox. I got a filler in my lips before, twice. I got like a baby fill. Yeah, she didn't like that.
She said, yeah, you did, and I didn't. I told you not to. Oh my god, she's really upset with you. Okay. Yeah.
Anyways, period. Right. Clock it. But. I got filler twice back when I was like in Gainesville for school, and I got it done again here like over a year ago, and it was like a baby fill or something, like not like a full turn basically, I think.
Okay.
And then because I was scared, but because my grandma always like already like I had big lips before, like my grandma always said like bubble lips, like I always had bubble lips. But I got that, and then I got like I had a right.
We get it. You don't like it. I know.
And I had chin filler because I used to have a butt chin.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I got chin filler. Best thing I ever did in my life. Sorry. Not
no,
sorry.
I get that, yeah.
But I got my lips dissolved not that long ago.
Really?
Yeah,
you didn't like it?
Well, more of just like I at the same time I wanted to start fresh because like after a while, you know, it gets dissolved too. And then I also had like a little bump on my lip from it. So I was like, and then honestly, I've been loving like the natural lips. So
yeah, I mean, honestly, I thought they were done now because you have huge lips. Like, I just assumed like this was the lips with the filler.
Thanks.
If this is them with no filler, girl, I don't even know why you ever got the filler.
When I tell you, I like look at myself and it's just like body dysmorphia too, and I feel like face dysmorphia. I like look at my face sometimes and I'm like, there's something wrong.
You're insane.
But like
You're
I think
actually insane.
I feel like it sucks, but it's the truth. Like
it is very common nowadays. Yeah, because everybody, you know, everything is so Facetune and this and that on the internet. It's hard to not like. I feel like obviously we all do it, even if we tell each other like, "Stop, you're crazy." Like we all do it to ourselves. We're like, I think I need to go get this. I think I need to go get that. And it's just a slippery oh no.
So I do a lot of impulsive things like getting lip filler. Like I did it very impulsively, but I did really like it at first.
Yeah.
And I still did. Like I can't even lie. But I do like I want to be like I like it and I'm trying to love myself how I was made.
Yeah.
So I'm trying really hard.
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard.
I really thought these were your lips done. So like honestly, like you're crazy because they are so slay.
Thank you.
You're crazy.
At the same time, I feel like lip filler never like fully dissolves anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll see what I do in the future. I'm gonna try and love myself how I am now and
it is a thing. I got my lips done when I was like 19 and I got like fills after that, but I'm saying the first time I did it I was 19 and I haven't gotten it done in like 2.5 years now, and it is what you're saying, like it never fully goes away because now they're like basically back to what they used to be, but there's always that little like extra oomph that you never had before, which is nice. But when I used to get them done, they used to be way bigger than this and I loved it so much. But then I look back now and I'm like, you looked insane.
Yeah.
And when I used to get it back then, I'm like, I need more.
Blindness, like
blood. That's literally the perfect analogy. Like, and it happens to all my friends now that go get it. They still like they go get some and they're like they want more, and I'm like, no. Trust me, you don't want more. Like you think that in the moment, like you get some done and then you're like, need more. I need more right now.
My sister and my best friend kill me every time I bring anything up. They're like, really? Bitch, you better not stop. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, but just a little bit. No. I'm like, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
They're my safe space. They're my mind and peace.
Good. So that somebody's keeping you in check.
No, yeah.
What Botox did you do? Because you're like 12. What do you mean? Wait, because you're 11.
What is it called? Juvener? What is it called?
I think she's trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Masseters.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got that done once. I actually need to get it done because I bite down so hard. I actually am in pain right now from me biting last night. You just said it
and I was like, I started biting.
Bro, I have the biggest problem with that. Yeah. I need to go get it done. It's just like, I haven't gone back for filler, and that's the last time I did do it is when I got filler. So, and you know, it goes away instantly.
Yeah. So I loved it.
That was the best relief ever.
Slimmed my face down too, which I obviously I loved.
Yeah.
So who doesn't? So
and we're going back tomorrow. No, I'm kidding. And we have an appointment.
Actually, we're going together. No, but I don't know. That was really it.
No, if you ever go, you have to go to where I go. I mean, I'm sure wherever you want them to look Gorgina, but I want go to Aesthetic Lane. That's where I first went, and she's a little bit overpriced, but because she's just the best.
Send me the link.
She literally sent me back home the last time. She was like, I'm not, like when I went back, she had told me like, you're leaving, I'm not doing anything on you. And I was like, you know how many people would just get your money and like just do more? And she was just like, no, like go home, bitch, and like come back when you really need it.
I goes to some Puerto Riqueño, like a Puerto Rican like couple that like went to like medical school together and everything.
Oh, but that's so cute.
And they have a really cute business.
Okay, honestly, maybe you should stay going there.
Yeah, and they're they won't do too much either.
Okay.
But they're like, first of all, Puerto Riqueños.
Yeah.
A couple, they're so sweet and amazing, and their whole team is so sweet. Like, I'm attached.
I love that.
But Vanity Room.
Hey, I love someone that will tell you no, because any place that you go to now for any of that type of stuff, they're like, sure.
And Vanessa's amazing there too.
Hey, what do you want, Missy? What, you want lip filler? You have good lips.
She wants attention.
Cut it out. You have good lips. Okay, so back to the villa, because obviously I'm nosy and I need to know stuff. And I feel like the girls want to know too, like, what's going on all day. I mean, you guys are like locked up. There's no phone. There's no TV. There's like nothing to do.
You don't know the time.
Yeah. So, which is crazy. Like when you told me that when you got here, I was like, no way you don't know the time.
We would guess the time by where the sun was at.
Oh my God, not the Egyptians. Right. Now you guys are like a shadow clock, a DIY.
Literally.
So what are you guys like doing all day? Because there's like, it seems like there's nothing to do. I know obviously they condense it, so it seems like there's so much happening, but like, what are you doing?
1 hour of 24-hour filming, basically. So yes, a lot gets condensed. A lot of it gets cut out. I feel like so much got cut out.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, like they're trying to like keep the same narrative going for a lot of things. So a lot of things, they're like, okay, we're not going to start a new narrative. Leave that out. Which I feel like happened a lot for me, especially at the end. But we would definitely get bored. We would play games like I did. We would do these games like when we got our wines and we like drink them. We would like use the tops that they would put on top for flies not to get in. Mm-hmm. And we would pay kind of like toss on the cups, and we would like play the stupidest games like with hula hoops and like throw them in chairs. Like we would get really, really bored, and we would get really creative with stupid games that we'd play. Wow. Yeah. Or like we would meditate, do like anything and everything that you could think of to keep ourselves entertained, because you can't really talk unless like you're having a conversation, if that makes sense. It's weird, but a lot of times like we weren't really allowed to talk about certain like stuff if it wasn't like your turn, I guess you could say.
Your turn? Like
pots would be boiling, so that means like there's so many conversations that they can like record, even though you can't see the cameras and you don't see anybody. Mm-hmm. You can't really talk sometimes, like have the conversations that you want to talk about, but we would keep ourselves definitely very entertained, and that was really like mostly it. We would just play fun games.
You guys were just bored and coming up with random stuff to do.
Yeah, or especially like in Casa. Like in Casa, I did like a whole yoga class.
Yeah.
Where I made all the boys like stretch and like try and do splits and all that stuff. It was so fun.
That's crazy.
It was so funny. Or we would do like meditation classes. We would do like contests and stuff. People would like sing, or people would like do jokes, like whatever. It would literally be just the stupidest bullshit that you could think of. There would also be like days, like we had like rest days where there's not like nobody recording or anything, and like we couldn't really talk. Like
you couldn't talk?
Like have conversations like with the guys and stuff. Like we would kind of be a little separated. We would have like pool days, and like we would all be we all were in the pool. And it was like honestly one of my favorite days, like when we were all like just in the pool chilling and like vibing and like no worries in the world.
What do you have to say? You didn't go.
Yeah, I know. That was very sad. I missed her a lot. But yeah. There's so much. I'm surprised that they don't do After Sun anymore and show like bits and pieces. But
I'm sure probably after this season they'll bring it back. I'm sure it was just like too much production. And probably like they were just cutting back for the US. Like, okay, we don't even get paid. And then now they're like,
well, they did have the show with they had like a whole actual show for After Sun this time. So
right, they did that like stupid thing. I never watched them. That's why I like.
Really, I did. I like.
Really? Mm-hmm. No, I don't know.
Well, I also love Mara. So
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like seeing the real action.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And usually I watch them when the season's already out, where there's more episodes. Like I'm not watching them as like I'm catching up usually, so I have the benefit of just like skip. I feel like if I was watching it live, then I would watch it because like, oh, there's nothing else to watch.
I feel like they didn't show a lot of like the unseen bits because it might have messed up the narrative that they were trying to put. You know?
Yeah, which is so crazy that they can just like take what's happening and spin it around, and then, you know, people are saying certain things or they look a certain way, which maybe is not. And like people always like clock their poor editing, like they'll put someone's reaction to something but then it doesn't match like what really, like you could tell it wasn't the same moment, and it's like, guys,
we all
please
clock it. No, honestly, the production, like, met them a lot of people before and after too, specifically. Nicest people ever, sweethearts. I think it's also like it's part of TV reality. Like they have to
keep, it's like, their job.
It can't. Because imagine they just posted everything that was happening. It would be very confusing. Yeah. So they kind of have to like make a story. Like I try to be as understanding as I can be about that whole thing, because I can't imagine having their job.
They're like, and you would do it too for a check,
right? So period.
Okay, but we have to leave the girls with some tea. Okay. And we're gonna wrap this up for now, but we need to know before you go, why do you think like nothing like worked out? Obviously you came in late and like you weren't in like the easiest position, but like why do you feel like, you know, nothing ended up like, because you're Gorgina, the house down, everybody was rooting for you. Everybody's like, okay, she's definitely gonna steal someone because hello. So like, why do you think it just didn't like end up happening?
Honestly, when you're in there, you feel like you've been there for years. Like a day feels like a week, and a week feels like a month, and so on and so forth. But emotions are so heightened in there. Specifically for me, I feel like, because I came in so late, so I didn't adjust to why my feelings were feeling so strongly about certain things. And coming out, I was like, why did I even care? Yeah. Like, specifically, like, with the relationships I had in there, I very much realized, specifically, like, also, like, just coming out, like, me and this person would have never worked out in the real world ever. In the way of just, like, I am, and, like, we didn't really have much in common. I feel like specifically for, like, when I was with Rob, I felt like my light was very dimmed in the way of, like, I felt like I couldn't really be myself. But that's just a personal problem that I had. And coming out, I was like, why did I even care about like half the stuff that was happening in there? And I just think like my match wasn't there. I really do. I really don't think my match was there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they have the greatest pool of people. They have like a couple of guys. It's like, you know, what are the chances like two strangers will really meet and like
3 people made it out?
And there are, so great, and they're, you know, we love them, but at the end of the day, it is kind of like, even just that is like a miracle in itself. It's like two strangers from like wherever, and then like you guys click, you know, because usually we bond a lot with people like where we're from, and like you kind of have similar things in common.
But that's the part that I loved. It was so many different mindsets and perspectives, and it opened my mind to so much, genuinely, of like how I should think, because you do surround yourself with a certain people, like group of people, and then you realize like, wait, like there's a lot more perspectives and a lot of different ways to think. Because sometimes I think like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be this way, or like, oh, like my friends are this way, why do I think this way, or whatever it is. And being in there made me realize like there's just a lot of different perspectives. And I don't know, I think it's very cool that they do that, and I think it's a very cool way to meet somebody. And I think it's so amazing that some people met like people that I hope that they stay together for the rest of their lives. God, I hope I can look at them like how you look at your friends on Facebook, and like, you know, but I would have loved to meet someone there for sure. Also, at the same time, it was just not meant to be, like, specific, like at the end, and I think we both knew it. It was just kind of, I was just trying to go with the flow at the end of it. But it's okay.
It is what it is.
Yeah, maybe love wasn't in Love Island for me. Yeah, but maybe it's out of it, or maybe round 2. I don't know.
Round 2.
God, like I don't know. I'm such a sucker for love, but at the same time, it's so hard for me. Yeah. To actually like want like talk to somebody or want a relationship, but in the way of opening my heart, and I fucking wore my heart on my sleeve in there. Yeah. So it's hard, like now, I feel like, to wear my heart on my sleeve in the outside world, because coming out, I've kind of realized like a lot of people don't really like want to talk to you for the right reasons.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and I mean, you just got out of like a reality TV show. It's not like the best quality people hitting you up, you know, like we're like, it's people our age, first of all, which are already kind of like, you know, and then two, it's like that mentality of like, oh, she's like popping and like this and that, like let me hit her up, let me slide in her DMs. And I feel like sometimes men just like
players and like NBA players, and I
feel like they just like conquering like things. They're like, oh, she's bad, let me conquer that.
Yeah, I feel like fresh meat, I can't even lie, like
right, exactly.
That's what I feel like.
It's like being a freshman like back in high school, and then like all the seniors are like,
such a good way
let me just and so it's like, it's good that you're not like kind of falling into that trap, because obviously they're just gonna like do what they do best, you know, like
manipulate.
They're just gonna like, oh, another hot girl, let me see what that's about. Okay, love it, bye.
Yeah.
And then now you're like, wait, pay, you know. And next thing you know, now you have a roster, and that's no bueno.
Yeah.
So it's better to just stay out of the mix.
Do whatever your heart desires. Have a roster.
Have your roster.
Do whatever
you know,
want.
Like lover girls, like you're a lover girl. I'm like it hurts
hard
more.
I wish I could be y'all so bad. Like you don't understand. Like the day. Oh, I can't wait to have my whole face one day. I genuinely do.
Maybe you were just meant to be a lover girl. Like maybe you were just meant to like, you know, Cinderella it up.
Literally, my sisters thought I was asexual for a while, or like gay. They genuinely thought I was like lesbian as fuck, or like asexual, because they were like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you not talking to anybody?
These guys are not worth it. Like, what do you want me to do, babe?
Like, I don't know. I literally genuinely thought there was something wrong with me, because I'm like, why am I like, why is no one, like, why am I not talking to anybody?
Yeah.
But
it's good. You shouldn't just like, just for the boredom, you know, like it's good that you're like, well, if it's the right guy, if not, then I'm not gonna just waste my time on these idiots.
Right. I'm genuinely, one thing I am is very happy with myself, in the way of, I don't think I ever need a man, and no girl does.
Yeah.
You never need a man. There should be an accessory and a plus.
Not the accessory.
Yes, they should. They should be an accessory and a plus, and add to your life, elevate your life, push you forward, never pull you down. So
yeah, they should definitely like be an asset and not like a liability.
You should be content and happy with yourself also, I feel like, before being in a relationship. And I think that's also something I struggle with. So I feel like maybe I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah. And again, you're like barely 22. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that will come. Like, you're in your fun stage. So it's kind of like, this is when you like start meeting people, and like, you know, you learn what you like and you learn what you don't like. You never
know when it might happen. And I'm not chasing it right now, to say the least. I'm focusing on myself.
Period.
So
well, thank you so much for coming on. Like literally loved it so much. I have never really done like an interview thing, but obviously like I needed to know the tea, you know. Usually we just come in here and like my friends and I just like yap about certain things. I mean, you saw me and Nat, we're just like talking about random stuff.
We were gonna do that.
We were, but then it's like, okay, this is my first time meeting her, so I also like, and I want to know about like the TV, girl, tell me the tea. So now that we know, next time you come, we could just do a regular schmegular, sit down, talk our shit,
give a girly advice,
a girly set day, whatever. But thank you so much for coming on, spilling the tea, giving the girls what they wanted. This was fab, and thank you for bringing Hazel.
I wanted. I wanted to stay here in my pink little cute outfit with my pink little dog and yap my heart out.
It is a fun time.
It is
sit
so
there with
much
the girls.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
we'll be back. We promise. Okay. Well, I love you girls. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming on.
I love you all so very much. You don't understand.
I love you girls.
Bye. Bye.